Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to the annual meeting of Nolin Rural Electric. This is our 82nd annual meeting, and if it feels a little different for you, it definitely feels different for us here at the cooperative. Due to all the changes and the COVID, we're doing a lot of things different, obviously, this year, and we'll let you know about those as we go, but we're glad you're watching. We're glad to be here for you. A couple of the things that we always do at the annual meeting is we lead off with a prayer and a pledge to the flag. Mike Bell is here to lead us in our invocation.
Please bow with me for a time of prayer. Heavenly Father, we ask your blessing upon this meeting today. We thank you for the directors, and we thank you for the opportunity that we have to gather as neighbors, looking after neighbors and helping neighbors. A touchstone cooperation, a touchstone opportunity to reach out and touch other lives in a strange time. When we're worried about social distancing and masks and being careful of associating with our neighbors, it's a great time to pause to remember that we are truly connected, and that we are one. It's very important today in this meeting that you give wisdom to these directors. We thank you for their employees, their staff, and their leadership. And we just pray, Father, a continued blessing upon our communities as we brightly shine because of the efforts of this company and their brothers and sisters in the electric industry. And now, Father, bless the meeting. In our Lord's name we pray. Amen.
Thanks, Mike. It's always a pleasure having you here. Pledge this year will be led by Sydney Pepper, the LaRue County graduate. That is also our Bob Wade Scholarship recipient this year. Sydney?
Thank you. Please join me in a salute to our flag. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, liberty and justice for all.
Thank you, Sydney. Again, welcome to our annual meeting. I want to introduce our directors and attorney, CEO at this time. District 1 Director is Buddy Rosenberger. He's been with us 41 years. District 2 Director, Gene Straney, 33 years. Rick Thomas, District 3, 15 years. I live in District 4, David Brown, been here 26 years. Linda Grimes, District 5, 11 years. Lawrence Ireland, District 6, been with us 33 years. John Scott, our attorney, been with us 38 years. Greg Lee, our CEO, 2 years. Thank you. I always like to take a minute to brag on the directors that I work with and attorney. It's a good bunch, and as you members, owners of the co-op should feel secure in knowing that this bunch of directors is working hard for you and got your best interest at heart. I appreciate working with them and all they do. Like I said, we're doing a lot of things different this year, but it is a requirement of a cooperative to have an annual business meeting. And at this time, I will call that meeting to order, the 82nd annual meeting of Nolin. Can I get a motion and a second to adopt the agenda? Motion by Buddy Rosenberger, second Lawrence Ireland. All in favor, say aye. Motion carries. Thank you. A lot of you have noticed this year that we had a drive-through registration, and obviously it was a hit. We had 2,579 people come through and register this year, and pretty sure that's probably a record. There's something about it y'all like, and we appreciate your participation, and who knows that in the future it may come to something like this or some variance of that. So 2,500 people, that's great. Due to social distancing and the COVID, we can't hold an annual meeting we cannot have a quorum of 100 people, which is our requirement. So we will not be taking any official business at the meeting, even though we go through the minutes and director elections and things. There will be no official business taken at this meeting. The official notice of the annual meeting was mailed out on May 27th. The minutes of last year's annual meeting were in the bucket of bulbs that you received at the drive-through. I need a motion and a second to dispense with the reading of those minutes. Motion by Gene Straney, seconded Linda Grimes. All in favor say aye. All opposed? Thank you. Now I need a motion to approve the minutes as presented. Motion made by Gene Straney, seconded Rick Thomas. All in favor say aye. All opposed? Thank you. Buddy Rosenberger is our Secretary Treasurer. He has some comments at this time.
When you registered, you received a copy. When I have any questions, please contact employees who will be glad for you. Thank you.
Even though we don't have a crowd at this year's meeting, it goes without saying a lot of hard work by the employees here at Nolin. Personally, from the directors and staff, or from the director's attorney, we would like to thank all the employees for their hard work putting this together. We're going to make it look kind of easy here, but there's been a lot of work going on this week, and we threw the staff a curve with this drive-in, and you know, we talked about maybe waiting and putting it off later in the year, but we decided to go ahead and have it here in June, as we would normally do. And they've done a great job in pulling this off. So I know you can't see them today, but later on in the week, anytime you run into any of the employees, they've worked hard for this, and on behalf of the board, I want to thank them again. We'll talk about few other things as we go along. Is there any unfinished or new business to come before the meeting at this time? John Scott, our attorney, will report on the nominating committee.
Thank you, David. This year, the general nominating committee members were Marcia Carlton, Patsy Whitehead, Steve Wade, Linda Bacher, Kenny Copeland, and John Tyndall. From District 1, there were 4 additional members, and they were Randy Carlton, Judy Cochran, John Filburn, and Mark Cochran. And from District 4, the 4 additional members were Shirley Ogden, Michelle Patrick, Larry Osborne, and Janice Osborne. Your nominating committee met at the close of the Member Advisory Committee meeting back on February 18th, 2020. The committee met again on March the 10th, and after due consideration, agreed to nominate A.L. Buddy Rosenberger as a candidate from District 1 and David P. Brown as a candidate from District 4. And both of these candidates agreed for their names to be placed on the ballot. Now I'm going to move into the election teller's report, which was made after the election when all the ballots were mailed in. The election tellers committee met this morning. The election tellers were Linda Bacher, Jeff Gregory, Price Smith, Mary Hall, and Charles McCoy. As I said, they met this morning at the cooperative office and they counted the ballots, and here are the results. From District 1, A.L. Buddy Rosenberger had 1,791 votes. From District 4, David Brown had 1,774 votes. A.L. Buddy Rosenberger, having received the highest number of votes in District 1, was duly elected as director to fill the vacancy in that district, and David Brown, having received the highest number of votes in District 4, was duly elected as director to fill the vacancy in District 4. The complete list of all votes is here at the cooperative for the inspection of anyone that wants to see them. Now, as the attorney for Nolin, I have examined the report of the nominating committee and the report of the election tellers committee concerning the election of these directors for your cooperative. I can now certify that these reports were made in accordance with the Kentucky Revised Statutes and the bylaws of your cooperative. Therefore, the election of Buddy Rosenberger and David Brown as directors of your cooperative is a valid election. I'm going to turn it back over to David.
Thank you, John. Again, I want to thank all the election tellers, the nominating committee. These people take, it's just a couple of meetings, but we're all busy and they take time out of their personal life after hours to come here and donate their time and for the cooperative, and we really appreciate that. This time I need a motion to close the business meeting. Motion by Lawrence Ireland, seconded Linda Grimes. All in favor? All opposed? Operation Roundup's been a big part of, we're real proud of Operation Roundup. We started it, we didn't know exactly how it was going to go because Kentucky has a procedure where you have to opt in to participate in Operation Roundup. The co-op that we kind of took the idea from, everybody was in and you had to opt out not to participate. Over 6,700 of our members, right at 6,700, not quite 6,700 yet, are participating in Operation Roundup. It's just a wonderful thing that the community's doing. And the board of directors have done a great job of distributing that money and getting grants out into the community where it is needed. And the chairman of that board is Price Smith. Price?
Thank you, David. Like David said, my name is Price Smith. I'm the chairman of the Nolin Operation Roundup Board of Directors. As many of you know, Operation Roundup is a voluntary program which allows Nolin members to round up their utility bills each month. The average monthly donation is about 50 cents. And thanks to over 6,600 members and employees, we are able to assist grant recipients and multiple organizations within our community this year. Including today's distribution, Operation Roundup has given over $239,000 to support various groups and programs in our community. And it's my job to say thank you to each of you for your generosity and making this possible. The Nolin Operation Roundup is governed by an independent board of directors, and I would like to introduce them to you at this time. Our vice chair is Chuck Crutcher. Our secretary-treasurer is Michelle Rogers. June Thornberry Rain is a board member. Curtis Willoughby is a board member. Don Wise, Linda Bacher, and Barbara Prophet are also board members. And I want to thank them at this time for their service on the Operation Roundup board. This year we received many applications for our grants. We're not able to award all the grant applications that were requested, but the applications that were approved totaled over $28,900 for this year. Earlier today, we requested that a representative from each organization attend our grant presentation ceremony. A photo of each recipient was taken as they receive their grant funds, and they'll be shown on the screen as I announce the names and how the funds will be used. The first recipient is Central Valley Feed the Homeless. The grant will be used to purchase a cooler, refrigerator, and a computer to be used for their food distribution program. Pictured accepting on behalf of Central Valley Feed the Homeless is their director, Carolyn Culver. Next, we have the Community Health Clinic. Their grant will be used to help purchase personal protective equipment and durable medical equipment. Shown accepting their funds is Executive Director Venus Cornett. Our third recipient is Hardin County Regional Farmers Market Foundation. This grant will be used to assist in the construction of a new restroom facility. Larry Thomas joined us earlier today to accept their grant. Next is the Hardin County Schools Hardin County Day Treatment Center. The funds will be used to purchase 10 Chromebook computers. Pictured accepting for Hardin County Day Treatment Center is special education teacher Deborah Barenbroit. Our fifth recipient is LaRue County Schools Preschool on College Street. Grant funds will be used to help purchase new playground equipment. Karen Ward was with us earlier today accepting the grant fund. Next, we have Mission Hope for Kids. The funds donated will be used to purchase Lego centers for their students. Shown accepting for Mission Hope for Kids is Resource Development Coordinator Caitlin Jackson. Our seventh recipient is Rachel's Fun for Everyone project. This grant will be used to purchase a ground funnel component for their all-accessible splash pad. Rachel Ritchie is pictured accepting the grant. The final recipients are the Colonel John Hardin Chapter Sons of the American Revolution and the Captain Jacob Van Meter Chapter Daughters of the American Revolution. The donated funds they receive are being used to construct a Revolutionary War Patriots Memorial in Freeman Lake Park. Joyce Miller joined us to accept their grant. And at this time, I want to thank all of the organizations and their representatives for the difference that they make in our community. On behalf of the directors of Operation Roundup, I'd like to again express my special thank you to each Nolin member who participates in the program, because without you, these grants would not be available. It takes all of our pennies, nickels, dimes, and quarters to make that difference. And without you, it would not be possible. So together, we can continue to make great things happen in our community. If you're not participating in Operation Roundup, I would encourage you to contact the Nolin offices, and they can help enroll you in the program. Thank you.
Thank you, Price. Good job. And on behalf of our board, express our appreciation to your bunch. It's, 6,700 people, and that's a lot of money, $200,000. It's well needed, and it's even more needed right now. So thanks again to the community. It's a great bunch of people in Hardin and LaRue counties. Greg Lee's our next speaker. He's our new CEO. I don't know how new he is. I kind of lose track of time. I guess this is your second annual meeting. I could brag on Greg several different ways. I know he challenges the board to be a better board member, and I think that may be one of his best traits, because I'm sure he's doing it to his employees also. And I think we're tickled to death with the way he's going, and continued success and what he's doing. So, Greg Lee.
Good afternoon. Thank you for joining us for our 82nd annual Nolin RECC membership meeting. Though this isn't really our preferred method of interacting with you, we appreciate everyone who's listening in today and taking an interest in their cooperative. As David alluded to earlier, we've registered 2,579 members over our 3-day drive-through registration period. COVID-19 pandemic required that we make modifications to our normal annual meeting procedure, but I'm very pleased with the turnout and the efforts put forth by our employees. I do think that this year's registration procedure offered some distinct advantages. Hopefully, these are things that we can implement into a broader annual meeting plan in the future. Specifically, I'd like to recognize the efforts of Michelle Rogers and the rest of our annual meeting committee, along with all of our employees who worked very hard to make this year's process a success. Stay tuned, and in a few short minutes after I get done talking, we'll be drawing for prizes for registered members as well as children who return their coloring artwork. Since I addressed all of you at last year's annual meeting, we have had many positive things going on at your cooperative. We consider each day a learning opportunity. We don't always get everything right, but we're putting an added emphasis on making ongoing improvement. We believe that the best way to keep up with the evolving needs of our membership is to remain flexible, open-minded, and willing to adapt and overcome no matter what the challenge. We hope that all of you can appreciate our commitment to working even harder to focus on your needs. While we aim to please everyone, our goal is to make decisions and plans that are helpful, fair, and equitable for all of our membership. My hope is that your experience with us is resoundingly positive. If you see ways that you feel we could improve, we appreciate constructive feedback that opens our eyes to new opportunities. You may notice the new logo displayed just below me and behind me. We felt it was time to refresh and modernize the logo that has served us well for the last 28 years. This new logo retains several elements of our heritage while also giving a clean look that will serve us well into the future. Keeping with the theme of improvements, we made some changes to your bill presentation over the last year to give each of you more detail on charges. That was a step in the direction of transparency. This coming winter, you will begin to see a completely revised bill format that will offer you even more detail and understanding of your electric expenses. We hope you find this helpful and educational. By now, many of you may be aware of our new podcast, Wire to Wire with Nolin RECC. Our communications manager, Sarah Fellows, and myself will be offering podcasts that provide historical information about our organization, industry updates, energy discussions that you may find helpful, as well as the occasional guest. We hope that you find this format educational and entertaining. You can find Wire to Wire wherever you listen to podcasts, on our YouTube channel, and from links on our website and our Facebook page. Lastly, I would be remiss if I didn't mention how grateful we are for our veterans. While COVID-19 prevented us from participating in the honor flight this year, we are thankful for the sacrifices made by all of those in our armed forces who help preserve the freedoms we often take for granted. Thank you so much for the bravery you exude. It does not go unnoticed by Nolin RECC how fortunate we are to be part of this country. No pandemic can dampen our sense of patriotic duty. To all of our members, from Hardin Springs to Magnolia and from Fort Knox to Upton, we're proud to be a small part of your community. We look forward to seeing all of you again soon.
Thank you, Greg. Closing up today, reaching out to the people that are watching, we're trying to reach out to our younger members. We're obviously losing the backbone of our people that were around when the lights come on, our most precious members that remember that and love the REA and the RECC for years. Sometimes we have a little gap between the commitment of the younger people. You know, we're just a bill to a lot of people, and we want to get out to the younger communities that, you know, that we want to be a part of what you do. We want you to join us and help us be more transparent, as he mentioned, and do things that the younger generation can grab a hold to, podcasts, Twitter, Facebook. I mean, you know, it's all kind of new to us, the older fellas and gals up here. So we're reaching out to the younger crowd. It's a good thing, and it's working. And an annual meeting online and on TV and is a good thing. And who knows where it'll go. Again, Operation Roundup, thank you for all you do, all you members out there that belong. Thanks to all the employees for their hard work this week. Can't say it enough. You know, we come over here and do our thing, and y'all did all the work, and we greatly appreciate what you do for us. In closing, stick around for the door prizes. Be a minute commercial or whatever, and thanks for joining us, and we'll see you next year. Thank you.
This is Greg Lee, CEO of Nolin RECC. I'd like to invite all of you to listen to our new podcast, Wire to Wire with Nolin RECC. We'll cover the history of your cooperative, trends in our industry, and other information that you may find helpful. From time to time, we'll also have guests on to talk about a wide array of topics, hopefully bringing even more entertainment value to the listener. You can find Wire to Wire with Nolin RECC wherever you listen to your podcast, watch it on our YouTube channel, or click the link available on our Facebook page. We look forward to sharing with you in this format and hope that the information we provide will be beneficial.
Hello, Nolin family. How y'all doing tonight? It's been a really, really exciting day and week here at Nolin RECC. We want to thank you for being a part of the most amazing drive-through experience I think anybody has ever seen. It's been, again, quite a week. And we're doing it to celebrate you, the Nolin membership. It's all about you as it is each and every year, this year being our 82nd annual meeting. So every year, as you all know, sometimes you're in a big auditorium and hearing this, we give back with some really amazing prizes. This afternoon's going to be no different. Just so you know, we're going to get ready to call your name. We hope it's your name. For prizes between $50 and $500. Just some amazing prizes here today. Plus, I'll be announcing the winners of our 2020 coloring contest. So just some examples we have here. I don't see any names on, but this is some really awesome artwork, isn't it? So beautiful stuff. I think we have 10 of these to give away, 10 $25 gift cards to give away to our artists in our community. We had over right around 300 of these submitted this year. So really, really exciting stuff to have this coloring contest this year. But before we give the prizes away, you know, every year we talk about family with Nolin RECC. And this is the first year that I don't get to dance for you, even though I can still do it for you. First year I don't get to make really bad dad jokes. First year I don't get to talk about ice cream, even though I think we're all salivating, even as I mentioned that, in the heat today. And the most fun of all for me is always reintroducing you to my family every year. And of course, this year they couldn't be here, but I'll still tell you about them like I always do, because I think that's a part of what we do each and every year. Because the Nolin family, my family and the Nolin family, we're all one big, giant family. So it's a really important part of my life to be here with you every year and be able to introduce you to my family. So my wife and I are celebrating our 18th wedding anniversary this Sunday, so it's our anniversary weekend. Love you, honey. My son Micah turns 16 next month. His first time on the stage was as this. So was my daughter. She was a little baby when we first introduced you to her. She turns 14 and starts high school in August. And I bring that up again because on the stage is a John Hardin and Central Hardin like we've been at over the years. I've always really emphasized over these last 20 plus years that family is the best of all of us. And even though we're streaming today and not standing in front of you on that big stage, I know you're there with us, Nolin family. We're all happy to have you here today. So speaking of family, let's talk about the family that we have that we honored this year with selection to the Washington Youth Tour. They're not here today, but I do want to recognize them. They didn't get to go on the trip either, but again, they deserve some recognition. So real quick, taking some time to let you know that these folks got the honor of the Washington Youth Tour selection. Isaiah Pruitt from LaRue County High School, Emmanuel Haynes from John Hardin High School, Sierra Spell from Central Hardin, Susie Muhammad from Central Hardin, and Brooklyn Terry also from Central Hardin. So congratulations to you guys for that recognition. We also wanted to recognize the graduating seniors who were selected to receive a scholarship from Nolin RECC, and these got a $1,500 scholarship. Mason Lane from LaRue County High School, Isabel Hobbs from Central Hardin, Olivia Thomas, who is homeschooled, Grace Bowman from E-Town High School, Addison Sutton from North Hardin, Naya Sims from John Hardin, and Renacio de Leon Guerrero from Fort Knox High School. We also gave away a continuing education scholarship, $1,500, to Miss Rebecca Isaacs, who is studying to be a librarian. And you saw her earlier today doing the Pledge of Allegiance. Sydney Pepper, a graduate of LaRue County High School, won the $2,500 Bob Wade Senior Memorial Scholarship. Goes to the graduating senior in honor of one of our long-serving former directors, Mr. Bob Wade. And we definitely miss you, Bob. Okay, y'all want to win some money today? On to the prizes. We're going to start today with our first ever coloring contest. We had over 290 entries, and we have the $10 $25 gift cards to give away. So let me go ahead and open the box here and do the shuffle. I don't have any kids here to give coins to and have them come up here, so sorry for that like we do every year, but I get to do all the work this time. So our first coloring contest winner is Kaylee Linville, age 7. Looks like Kaylee is the daughter of Jackie Warren, so congratulations. All right, shake it up again. Let's give away the next one. Asher Brothers, age 6, and Asher's parent is Stephanie Brothers. Congratulations. Keep shaking it up and find some winners. Jenna Rose Stith, age 3, daughter of Jason Stith. Congratulations. There's actually coloring in here because, you know, sometimes it's hard to say between the lines. So it gets on the names there. Adeline Gardner, age 4, and the member name is Crystal Gardner on the form here. Congratulations. That is 4. I got to keep count of this stuff, don't I? All right. Extra work for me today. Abby Shader, age 10, the daughter of Sarah Shader. Congratulations. There's 5. And Allie Lewis, age 8. Member names on here are Jeremy Lewis and Melissa Lewis. Congratulations. All right, this will be number 7 now. Ruby Carter is 6 years old and the daughter of Ashley Carter. Congratulations. Couple more to do here. Be number 8. Ember Dean, age 3, and she's the daughter of Jessica Dean. Congratulations. This should be number 9. I got my helpers over the side here making sure that I'm doing this right. So, Jessa Hurd, age 9, and the member name on the list is Amy Hurd. Congratulations. The last one, right? All right. And our last one, drum roll, please. It's Morgan M. I guess it's Morgan Miller, age 3. The member name on the list is Samantha Miller. So congratulations. We have 10 $25 gift cards for those kids. If I remember correctly, you can call and schedule time to pick these up here at the office, or at least call and we can get them mailed out to you, the information mailed out to you. So congratulations to all those winners. All right, moving on. Let's get to the money. How about it? Anybody want the big money here? We will start with the big money, $500. And the reason we do the $500 is because that means everybody gets a chance to win the big bucks. So I'm going to roll this thing. We're going to let go, and we're going to see who wins $500. This is the first time I actually can say you don't have to be present to win the $500 and stand up here and keep drawing things. So it's pretty cool. Although I do like dancing during this, like playing the Jeopardy theme song. So let's see who we got here. Let's knock these down. Get in there a little bit. Get that winner. And our $500 winner, folks, is Kevin B. MD of Radcliffe. Kevin MD of Radcliffe, congratulations. Your name's on here. You get $500 from Nolin RECC. Okay. I'm going to turn and churn this a little bit more. Get on to the next level of prizes. Knock these down a little bit here. Man, it is a lot easier with the kids here. They get to do all the hard work, and I just talk for a while. We have two $250 winners coming. Our first one is Brenda and Leighton Kidd of Buffalo. Brenda and Leighton Kidd, $250. And our next $250 winner, Patricia and David Borders of E-Town. Congratulations, another $250 prize to you all. Let's get her done again. This time we have $500 to give away. Money, 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 money. All right, the first $100 winner, Robin Oler of E-Town. Congratulations, $100 to you. Keep the money coming, folks. Another $100 goes to Donald Beeler of Elizabethtown. Congratulations, Donald. There's a lot of registration cards in here. It's the most cards I've ever had in this roller. Mitchell Highball, Lisa Highball of Upton, another $100 winner. Congratulations. Two more $100 winners coming. Robert Bryan of Elizabethtown. Congratulations, $100. And our final $100 winner, Benny and Nadine Jenkins of Rineyville. Congratulations to Benny and Nadine. $100 to you all. Now let's get this thing rolling, rolling, rolling. These are $50 prizes, and we have 10 of these to do. So I might have to roll halfway through again. I feel like this is the Derby Festival prize drawings you see on TV, too. All right. Our first $50 winner. All right, looks like, I want to check this one real fast for me. Fine, okay, awesome. Thank you, Michelle. You're on the screen. Refuge Church and Jerry Bell. Refuge Church, Jerry Bell of Radcliffe. You guys get a $50 prize. Next up, Jackie Hall and Mary Hall of Elizabethtown, another $50 prize. Congratulations. James Mather of Hodgenville gets $50. Way to go, James. Next up, Pauline Ferguson of Hodgenville, another $50 winner. And our fifth $50 winner, David Prather of Radcliffe. David Prather, you've got $50 to you as well. And let's roll one more time for the last five $50 winners. 5 there and 5 more. Good math there. My math is good for one. Norbert Thompson of Rineyville, congratulations, $50 winner. I just keep on rolling. Fastest we've given away these prizes. Ingrid Lanford of Glendale, congratulations, another $50 winner. Elizabeth Knight of Elizabethtown, another $50 from Nolin RECC. Knock them down a little bit here, maybe shuffle them in too. Got about those stuff to the side there. It's called drawing it out a little bit longer. Anticipation. Got 2 more, is that right? 2 more, okay. 2 more prizes to give away. Sue Stiles of Cecilia, $50 winner. And our last $50 winner. Let's hope it's you. Brian and Sabrina Barner of Elizabethtown. Congratulations. You also have $50 from Nolin RECC. And that is our prizes for today. Man, this was full of great registrations. The number of you who came through the drive-thru was amazing this year. Just an amazing experience. And again, thank you to all the Nolin RECC employees for putting this together. What an experience for everyone. And I'll say it now, we can't wait to see you next year for the 83rd meeting, wherever that may be. God bless you. Stay safe and practice your social distancing. We'll see you next year. God bless.